Welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge. In today's episode, a little bit different because we've actually had quite a bit of time in between our disappointing exit in the Champions League. We've only got one game left, and it's actually the Cup Final. So we're going to do a Cup Final and transfer special. So it's going to be two things at once. As you can see, we finished top of our group. We finished top of the playoffs as well. That means we've, of course, qualified for the Champions League once again. And this is what I just don't understand. We're so good in Tunisia. We only drew the one game and won the other 9, and we just don't concede goals anymore, apparently. We are very, very good at not conceding. And I think part of that is the rise of Gervais Mabea. Since he's come into the squad, he's been very, very good. He's starting to grow a bit as well, so he's realising some of that potential he had. So he's been very, very good. We've actually been able to bring up a few of the other players from the academy, and we've kind of got some plans for next season already sort of taken shape. So we've brought this lad up, Sadok Alui. He's obviously just been in the academy. He can play on the right, he can play on the left. He's currently 18 years old, 2-star ability, which makes him a decent league player, and 4-star potential. So got some potential to improve on. Kais Amara is an 18-year-old right winger, again from the academy. He's already starting to grow quite nicely as well. He, again, was just been in the academy, came in and had a very decent start. He's got 2.5 stars current ability, 4-star potential. So he looks good. So those two have kind of came into the squad. And we've got 3 transfers lined up, 3 free transfers, which we will look at right now. So these are going to join us probably, I was going to say 1st of July, 2nd of July. These boys are all joining us. First one is Mwinyi Rajabu. He is a Tanzanian 19-year-old centre-back. He can also play left-back. He's quite quick. He's quite tall. And he's going to join us on a free. He's been playing for Simba in Tanzania, doing quite well this season. 4 goals, 5 assists from centre-back, or potentially he's been playing left-back. Is quite good. He's going to be our new centre-back to partner up probably with Mabea, 2 African centre-backs. We've then got Stefan Toure. He's another Ivorian. We've got a lot of ASEC. Is it ASEC? Yeah, ASEC Mimosas players. But he joins us on a free transfer. He is a ball-winning midfielder. He has currently got 3.5 stars of ability. Again, another one who's been having a good season in their home country. And then the last one in the door is Nikola Knezovic. He is a Serbian 19-year-old right winger. He is very, very quick. Still got a little bit to do mentally wise, but technically and physically very, very good. He's been playing for Vojvodina in Serbia. He's doing okay. Probably one with a little bit more potential. 3 stars of current ability, 5-star potential. So they're all joining us. They're all young. They've all got potential to get better, which I think is where we kind of need to focus. Financially, we don't have a ton of money. We got our budgets for next season as well. It was actually £1 million, but we've made a sale and about 20 grand, 25 grand in wage budget. We've put Zinedine Belaid on the transfer list. He's not homegrown. He does count as one of our foreign spots. At the minute, we're maxed out with foreign spots. Well, we are we were maxed out with foreign spots. We've actually sold one of the foreign players. So we've got 9 foreign spots, which means we need to get rid of 2 because of the 3 players we're bringing in. Well, not of the 3. The 3 players we're bringing in are all going to take up foreign spots. So that puts us at 12. So we need to move 2 on. So we've identified the 2 as Zinedine Belaid with the other lad, Rajabu, coming in. Really don't need him. He's 32 years old. He takes up a foreign spot. So we don't need him. And then the next one is someone who's really only just came in the door, Mateo Gonzalez. Again, he's a right back. We rarely used him. To be honest, I'm not going to be harsh on him. He's not been great, but he's not even really got up to full fitness. But with, the likes of Toure coming in who can play right back, we've already got Azzy. We've also got this guy out from the academy. I think we're covered at right back. We probably want an improvement on right back anyway, which is Azzy. And we've got a backup who's Tunisian. So we really don't need another backup right back, so he's on his way out. So that would get us to 10. In terms of other ones, Lopez, I would be happy to sell if we could get in a better striker. Angua's going nowhere. Lara, if we got a big offer for him, I'd probably let go. Angulo, again, if we got an offer for him, I'd probably let him go. Koulibaly, Mabea, and Azzy, probably, unless we can get a replacement in, are all going nowhere. Thankfully, I think we've got a good core of the better players in the squad are Tunisian, and I think the only ones who I absolutely wouldn't want to let go are Mabea, Koulibaly, and Angua. So that's only 3 players. So obviously with the 3 coming in who you'd like to keep, that's 6. So there's potential to move more on. But we're not going to force players like Leandro Lopez out the door or Lara. If we get an offer, then we'll move them on. But Gonzalez and Belaid, we do kind of need to force out. So that's pretty much the plan. We are a little bit, again, limited on what we can bring in. Other than that, it's really a case of, can we bring in players? If we do bring in another foreign player, we'll have to move someone on. So we need an idea of who that is. I think Mabea, Koulibaly, and Angua are all, the Ivorian boys, they're all, not Angulo, sorry, Koulibaly, Ivorian, and Mabea. I think they're all locked in to stay. So that's kind of the plan. We know what's coming in. We know what we need to move on. The one player who has already left us is Hugo Pereira, that Uruguayan ball winner midfielder. He joined us in the summer for 400k, was really always just a backup. He's went to play in Saudi for 1.1 million. So we made a nice bit of profit on him. And it was all up front, so happy with that. We did offer him out, so we did have to pay a little bit of an intermediary fee, but happy with that. So one less player in, so we need to move 2 on. We know which 2 we're looking to move on, and we've got players to come in. But that will all be after our cup final, because we've got the cup final now. So we're playing ES Tunis. Again, we've already qualified for the Champions League, so this is really just to win another trophy. And this is the team we're going with. We've got Mamish in goal, who's up to 4 stars of current ability now. So he was, in the end, I think, an expensive but a good signing, because probably the best goalkeeper from Tunisia. Back 4 of Azi, Kashiche, Mabea, and Koulibaly. Again, for next season, maybe Kashiche, I think we'll probably keep his spot, but really Azi is probably the position we're looking at improving there. Like I say, Mabea, definitely getting better. Ideally, I'd play him on the left. Can you... Actually, I don't know. Yeah, he's better at passing, actually. Let's swap them round. I can't believe I've never swapped them round yet. That's because I haven't been thinking as much. I've just been trying to get through the games. Midfield 2 of Slimani and Jabali. I think there's a good chance those 2 are still starting next season. Toure potentially might replace Slimani. I think Jabali's probably safe there. Lara on the right, Hamidi on the left. If we can get a better right back in than Lara and move him on for money, could be an idea. Hamidi, obviously, Tunisian boy, he's locked in, he's staying. And then Trabelsi and Angua. Trabelsi, obviously, is doing better. He's still got 5-star potential, but I'm not really seeing the improvement from him. I've seen the improvement from him from a stats-wise. He's definitely returned much better, but in terms of his actual attributes, he's not really improving, and he's still got 5-star potential to be realised. So I'd like him to start showing it. He is only 19 though, so he's got room to grow. Angua, obviously the main man. If we were to get a big £8 million offer, I'd still probably not take it, because he's been that key. He's got 25 goals. He's an absolute goal machine. For someone we spent 40 grand on, what a bit of business that is. So we pretty much know what the dealio is. We are retraining Yahya to play on the left as well. Obviously, we've got the likes of Trabelsi who can play on the left, Hamidi, but we probably need someone on the bench who can play on the left. Amara, probably going to be our new backup right back, and then Alui, right back, left back kind of dealio. So that's pretty much it. We know we've got a centre-back coming in. We know we've got a DM coming in. And we know we've got another winger coming in as well. So whether we need to move one of the wingers out on loan could be an option. Could even be that Serbian boy. But with him having 5-star potential, 3-star current ability, maybe he's the Lara replacement already. I guess we'll just have to kind of compare them when we come in. Because obviously if he's just as good as Lara now, but he's got 5-star potential, probably worth just giving him the starting spot. But it's all up for basically just seeing how they get on, how we do in pre-season, and obviously we don't want to change too much and disrupt the team, because I think it's a good team. I've just been thinking more about how we got knocked out in the Champions League, and I really just think it's those 2 games against Enyimba Aba. I think that really cost us. They were both games we should have won, and we just didn't. But we are looking good for this game. Very early doors, 1 minute in, Angua gets another goal to his tally, makes it 1-0, and we are looking like we are doing back-to-back league and cup doubles. And obviously we won the Super Cup as well at the start of the season, so I guess you could say it's a domestic treble. It's the only way you could really get a domestic treble in Tunisia, so we're looking good for it. And that's an assist from Azi, he's okay going forward. It's just defensively I'm a little bit sus of him. So I think potentially with Mabea kind of realising his spot, what has happened there? Who knows what happened there? The free kick, hit the post, came back out. I think it just dumbfounded everyone. Someone from Tunis, their DM, has put it in the back of the net. How that's happened, I don't know. We've almost just done the same thing. Mabea gets on the end of a corner, hits the woodwork, and it nearly got followed up for a goal, but unfortunately this time it didn't. And then our follow-up is fell to Trabelsi, and that's as much as I like Trabelsi, and he's definitely scored a lot of goals this season. I do think if we could get a really good striker in to partner Angua, it's got to be Trabelsi that comes out. Obviously, Angua is the main man. If we can get a really good pressing forward in, I think we will be lethal up top. And I guess if you think back to those Champions League games, there were 2 1-all draws. So realistically, conceding 1 goal isn't the end of the world. And I think we either need to be trying to get clean sheets, which against games like that, obviously it's decent opposition, not easy. So trying to score more than 1, especially given how many chances we had. I mean, we should have won those games easily. So the fact that we didn't was disappointing. And I do think, obviously, had we won those games, would have been a different story, and then it's just knockout football at that point. So we need to do better this time. I mean, that's poor from Hamidi as well. Not the best finish, but we need to be better in front of goal. I mean, it's weird because if you look at how we're getting on in the league, we are by far the best team in Tunisia. We absolutely dominated the playoffs. We just beat everyone. Now, obviously, we are drawing this game, but we're just so good. But for some reason, when it came to the Champions League, we just weren't very good. Obviously, we did beat CR Belouizdad in the crucial game, which I thought was going to be a crucial game before we did the 2 on camera, but wasn't enough, was it? With Al Ahly, I do feel like there is a gap. So if a job in Egypt comes up, a good job in Egypt, I mean, if the Al Ahly job comes up, we'll definitely be applying for it. But if another good job in Egypt comes up, there is a chance we might apply for it as well. We'll keep an eye out, but I'm convinced we can still win the Champions League with a club in Tunisia. I don't think it's that big of a gap. I mean, we drew the first game and lost the second game, and we were kind of going for it as well. I think it did end up 4-3 in the end as well, and that was us on ultra attacking. So maybe we draw that game if we just stayed on positive and didn't concede the other goals. So who knows what would have happened, but I don't think it's a massive gap. I do think there is a gap and they are the better side, but I think on our day we could beat them. But I haven't proved it yet. We'll have to wait and see that. But we did go a goal up. Lara, someone I was just talking about potentially replacing with one of the new boys. It's kind of funny. The boys I've been talking about replacing have actually been the ones that have turned up today. Azzy with the assist, Lara with the goal. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how we get on. Whether it's definitely going to be those players that leave. We've conceded another goal. Maybe we need to look at this back line because it's not great from the defensive point of view. It's 2-2 again. I don't think there's much Mamish could do, but maybe, I mean, Mamish isn't on a very good rating either. Kachiche, another one, not on a great rating, so could be one that maybe he comes out for the new boy, the new centre-back coming in. It could be an option, and then Mamish Kachiche just being our backup. It's not a bad idea, I don't think. One thing I do want to kind of get away with is having foreign spots taken up by players who are just sitting on the bench. And Gua's got a bit in the back of the net to make it 3-2, but I think he's offside. He is offside. It's not going to count. So I think we are going to go into the half at 2-2. Obviously, there's nothing really we're majorly upset by if we don't win this game. It's really just for another trophy. My manager rating's gone up as well with 2.5 stars now, which is really good. So I think when we do obviously finally win the African Champions League, this one's proven a little bit tougher than Oceania. But if we do win this one, then I think we'll have a good chance at walking into a good job in Asia. I think that's obviously got to be the next step. So of course, we've still got Asia, North America, South America, and Europe to conquer. So plenty left to do on this Hexagon challenge. We're only 1 down. We're still 5 to go. We're trying to make it 2 down. But we need to be better in the Champions League. I mean, we need to be better in this game as well because we are looking like the trophy's going to slip from our hands. Maybe now will be the goal that decides it, but no, it's a good save from Mamish, and I do think he's a good goalkeeper. I'm surprised he's not having a good game, but maybe Kashish is the weak link in the back line. I mean, Koulibaly has some really good games. He's a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes he's not at his best. I think he's another one probably better going forward than defensively. I think you could say that about both our fullbacks, which is maybe part of the issue. We will make a couple changes with us being late in the game. We'll bring Yahya on the left. We'll bring Amara on the right. We'll take Jabali off for Angulo. Still got faith in Angulo. He's, again, another one with a lot of potential, but he's at 21, potentially a little bit on the older side. I don't know. We won't bring the youngster on just yet. If we have to go to extra time, then it might be the chance for him. So 3 youngsters do come on, though, Yahya, Amara, and Angulo. Yahya is another one. I mean, he's had plenty game time this year, but just hasn't really really realised his potential. Amara's already kind of matching him, and he's only just come up from the academy. And obviously Yahia's been here from when I joined. So it's a little bit concerning that these players are not really kicking on, whether that's anything to do with coaching or the current. I mean, the facilities are good, so not really sure what the issue is. We have brought a Louis on, obviously that right back. He is predominantly a right back. He can play left back though, so someone who can play either side. And he's Tunisian and he's homegrown at club. I think that's pretty good. Loose, sloppy pass from Tunis, and it's a chance for us to grab a late winner if we can do it. Angua down the left-hand side tries to swing it in. It's poor, but Angulo will pick up the ball. And now we do have that youngster. Plays in Samani, plays over to Angua, over the top. It's in the back of the net, and Daniel Angua is just a hero. He makes it 3-2 in the 94th minute. 3 minutes were meant to be played. He scored in the 94th. We love Daniel Angua, and he's just won us the Tunisian Cup. Back-to-back cups, back-to-back leagues, and a domestic treble. What more could you ask for? Probably getting out the group in the Champions League, but brilliant, brilliant stuff. We've won a cup again, and I think this is probably the last time we show a cup or a league game. I think at this point now, our focus will be entirely on transfers and Champions League football. We've done the league, we've done the cup. At this point, do you even care if we win the cup or the league? No, you just focus on the Champions League. So that's going to be our entire focus now, whilst we're in Tunisia at least. Obviously, if we go to Egypt or something, then we'd obviously look at some league games and things like that. But whilst we're in Tunisia, if we don't move, then I think this is probably the last time you see a league or a cup game. We'll just do all of it off camera to try and speed the series along, because obviously we don't want to be doing 30 episodes in a country. Ideally, we've got a lot to do in the series, so we kind of need to keep it rocking and rolling. But another trophy in the cabinet, brilliant stuff. And Gua is such a hero. I do think if we do go to Asia, he's someone I've got on the list, on the short list to bring on, bring with us, because yeah, he feels like a player who could go to the very, very top. He's been brilliant. So we're going to progress. There's probably not much more between now and 1st of July, which will be new transfer day. So the next time you see us will probably be 1st of July, unless something interesting happens. So probably go press spacebar a lot and come back for the 1st of July. So we've reached free transfer day, and a few of the boys have came in. Oop, don't look at that. That is spoilers. The boys have come in, so let's take a look at them. Stefan Toure is a 19-year-old Ivorian ball-winning midfielder. Looks pretty good. Capped at under 23 for Ivory Coast. Like I say, been playing for Mimosas, so he joins us as our new ball winner. Rajabu is the 19-year-old centre-back. He's still looking good. Still got potential as well, which is good. Apparently, Toure is maxed out. I've never known a player be finished at 19. That is crazy. And Knezovic, 3 stars of current ability, 5-star potential, still looks good. Sometimes when you scout them and then they come in, they don't look as good. So I think this is what the team looks like at the minute. We'll go with Rajabu and Mabea. It's centre-back. We'll put Toure with Jabali, Knezovic on the right, and the rest will stay the same. We are looking to move a few boys on. Gonzalez has a bid, so has Lara. Lopez has got interest. We've not had anything for Belaid yet. We are trying to move him on. So in terms of registration, if we put the new boys in, we are over our amount. So if we take out the boys who've got bids on them, then we are looking good for the 10. Obviously, we're still looking to move on a couple more. We'll probably look to try and bring in a couple more as well. But in terms of players' income, and the only ones that have actually looked any interesting, this guy was released from Tunis. He looks like quite a quick centre-back, or potentially even a right-back. If he's Tunisian, could be a good choice. And then Jan Valery is Tunisian, has been playing for, well, he's not really been playing for Marseille, but a couple of years ago, he's playing for Marseille. So to come home, experienced player, lots of cap for this country, good mentals to pass on to some of the youngsters just to be a backup, I think would be a good option. Obviously, that would mean potentially Kashish. We could probably keep him anyway because he can play right back as well. So there's some options there. But in terms of players we're moving on, we're probably still trying to move on. What is that? Another 4 players to move on. So financially we're okay because obviously we didn't really spend any money on that stuff. Obviously some money's come out from past transfers and stuff, but we still got 2 million to spend, 16 grand in the wage budget. I don't know if we'll really go out and spend much money. We'll mostly just try and get some free transfers in because again, we're not super flush here at Sahel. So we'll try our best, but I think with the boys that have come in already, we're probably still the best team in the league. Obviously, season preview-wise, we still show as second behind Tunis. I'm not sure why their players are so good. We've got, apparently, Rajabu and Angua. Rajabu's the best player in the league, so he's definitely got to be starting. And apparently these boys are the best players over in Tunis. So honestly, looking at them, I don't think they're that much better than ours. So I think we've probably got, apparently we've got the best back line in the league. So Mabea doesn't just make it in, doesn't quite make it in. This guy gets in. So I don't know. We've got the best striker in the league. So I think the league-wise will be fine, more than fine. But Champions League, we need to be better. But I think we're okay. I think the squad we're building is pretty good. I think maybe might be able to move Angula out on loan as well, with us having Toure in. I think that's an option. Frees up another spot. So we'll just shove him on the loan list as well. These boys can obviously stay because they're all Tunisian. So I think we want a mostly Tunisian bench, and then the 10 players would be in the 11 if there are going to be there. And then maybe like 7 or 8 in the 11, then a couple more. So we've got Azzy. Obviously, if we can get a better right back in, that's good. I think the rest of the back line is fine. I think the midfield's fine. I think the wingers are fine. Maybe a really good right mid. I don't know if he's up to it just yet. He's only got 2 goals in his career. And a good striker. So I think striker, right mid, and right back, probably the key areas if we are going to spend money. That's where we would maybe do it. We're about halfway through July. We've made some transfers, so let's talk about the players. Anyone else has come in? So we did confirm the Jan Valery deal, so he's in on a 1-year deal for £2,600 a week. He can play centre-back, he can play right-back, so he's pretty much good cover for both. I guess in a pinch, he could probably play left-back as well. In terms of exits, Johan Lara's left the club. He's went back to Chile. He's went back to the club we actually bought him from. Good bit of profit. We paid 140k for him, sold him back after 2 seasons for 1.3 million, so quite happy with that. Other sales out the door. Some youngsters have left. Belaid's left. He's went to CS Sfax for £300,000. Leandro Lopez, another one. Only spent 8 grand on him. Always just kind of a bench player. I mean, he's always done quite well when he's came on, but 300 grand for him, not bad at all. And then the right back, Gonzalez, we couldn't sell him, but we've loaned him out to Argentina. So hopefully he goes and enjoys his time over there. We've got a right back in. Gendry Cuervo is our new right back. He's 29-year-old Colombian. As you can see, on a decent packet. I didn't realise it was such a long deal till 2035. Probably won't be there for the entire time, but we'll hopefully be gone by then anyway. He joins us for £200,000 from Colombia. He's going to be our new right back. Other bad news, Koulibaly's picked up a big injury. He's going to miss quite a bit of time, 4 to 5 months, which would be probably the qualifiers for the Champions League. He might be back for the groups, but that's a big loss. Obviously, he's our key left back. And he's been really good, so it's a big loss for us. Obviously, our replacement at the minute is probably just going to be a Louis. We could also play one of Mabea and Rajabu that could play out on the left as well. Rajabu, 6'2", probably not a good option. Mabea 6'3", so it's probably one of them. I mean, if you go Rajabu, then Jan Valery can come in into centre back. So that's probably the way we'll do it for now. But we probably need to get another left back in, or hope he kind of recovers quicker than that. With that boy coming in, we are obviously trying to move Azzy on. Gabriel Flores is kind of in no man's land. I kind of don't want to keep him because I just don't think we have much space for him. But he's actually good enough to be involved, so I think we'll at least chuck him on the bench. But he's someone that we'll try and loan out, but if we can't, I guess we could just get him involved. We are at 10. Obviously, Angulo has a couple options on a loan, so once he leaves, that leaves 1 spot, and we're still trying to sell Azzy as well. So that could be 2 spots, 2 foreign spots open, potentially 3 foreign spots if we get Flores out, but struggling to bring players in. I mean, we've got some money to play with now. We've obviously sold some players. We are looking at this guy, Sergei Sargsyan. He is a Russian 21-year-old striker playing for Zenit. He's had some couple good seasons when he's actually been playing. I'm not sure why he's played so infrequently. I'm not sure on him. It's quite a bit of money. It's 1 million up front, 2 million overall. So it's quite a bit of money. I'm still waiting for some more scouting to come through. He doesn't look the quickest. He doesn't look the slowest. He's quite fit, so he can play a lot of games. Mentally, he looks okay. It's technically I'm a little bit worried about. 11, 16 first touch is fine. Dribbling's okay. It's just there's nothing screaming he'd be a really good. I guess the passing, the technique's not. But if these are like high 14s, 15s, then maybe we get him. But if they're all kind of 13s and 12s, we probably just miss out on him. He's still got potential to get better. We don't really have a striker, so it's not a bad option to bring one in. So I'm kind of humming and hawing about it. I'll take a look, see if there's anyone better, but he might be the boy that comes in. So yeah, that's pretty much the dealio. So we'll probably come back unless something more interesting happens. Job-wise, actually, nothing really in Egypt come up, so we've really kind of just ignored it. Probably come back for the end of July and do a big wrap-up unless something interesting happens. We've reached the first game of the season, which is our first game in the qualifying rounds for the Champions League. Obviously, regardless of what nation you're in, where you finish, everyone's got to go through qualifiers, and it might not be as simple as just it was last year, as just beating teams, because, well, we'll cover that in a little bit. Let's do the transfer wrap-up. So we did sign that Sergey. We did kind of flop the money out. 2 million in total, 1 million up front, 1 million over installments. He's okay. He's 5'10", 22-year-old Russian. He's going to be our new supporting pressing forward. As you can see, he's got good passing technique, works decently hard, some good flair, good off the ball, good composure, decently quick, good agility, quite fit so he can play lots of games, obviously in a high demanding system as well, good first touch, good dribbling. So overall, quite a good player. He can still improve as well, 3-star ability, 4-star potential. Obviously, Trebelsi is someone who's got 5-star potential, but we're just not really seeing it. Like I say, he had a very good season last year, but he's just not really improving as a player. He can also play on the left and the right, so I'm sure he'll be still getting plenty of game time. Other than that, there hasn't really been much else. Angolo did go out on loan, so he's going to go spend the season on loan in Colombia in the second division. So all that means we've obviously spent a bit of money. We've got obviously some transfer debt to pay off. And we're about 500k in the red. We've still got 1.5 million. The transfer window's not shut, so we might be able to do a little bit of business between now and then. And then in terms of our Champions League, so we've drew AS Arta, who are a team from Djibouti. They're not very good. They're only a 1-star team. But we have got a handful of players all away on international duty for Tunisia. Memish, Valerie, Kashish, Slimani, and Hamidi are all going to miss out. So we're going to have to play some different players in some different positions and hopefully get it all to work. Cardini, our backup goalkeeper, is going to have to come in as well. So it might not be as straightforward. They don't come back till basically September. So they're going to miss both games and the Super Cup, so it's very bad timing, but hopefully these are not very good and we can kind of do okay without them. So that's going to do it for this episode. When we come back, we will play the Arta game. What I'm going to do is we'll play the first leg. If we kind of just steamroll them, then we'll play the second leg off camera and then do the 2 games in the other qualifier. Obviously, if you don't remember, there are 2 stages of qualifiers in the Champions League in Africa. There's the preliminary round and the first round, and then winners go into the group. So we will, of course, hopefully get past the first leg pretty comfortably. If we win it by 2 or 3, maybe even more goals, then we'll just skip the second leg off camera. We'll do it off camera, and then we will come back and do the first round games, both of those. So it could be a 3-game special, but we'll just kind of play it by ear. So the first thing we're going to come back for, though, is the first leg. So that'll be next episode. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hexagon Challenge, and I'll see you all for more very soon.